This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined for the first time ever on Skype, Mr. Dave Allen.
Hello, love. All right.
Do you like my background?
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was like a poster or something. Projector, I didn't know.
The poster on my living room wall.
It did. You know what though? It did impress me a little bit. I did think that's good. That.
How are you?
Yeah, not bad. I'm all good, thank you. Are you?
All good, all good. Sounds a bit of a silly question asking you what you've been doing, because you've probably been doing the same as everyone else. Not a lot, but...
Well, you know what? I think I'd like to think these last... You know what? I don't think... a lot of people said that I'd changed a little bit. And you know what? I don't think I'd changed. I'm still the same person I've always been. But I feel like I started to the negativity that some negativity was being thrown my way in. And I feel like I was getting myself wrapped up in it a little bit, you know, and come off Twitter, I've had a bit of time to myself, and, you know, the lads that I was training, Jay had to go back to Scotland, Liam had a baby, I've come down to my sisters, had a bit of time to myself, and I just feel better for it, you know. I've had to have a bit of time reflecting on you know, the last couple of years. It's been a mad couple of years, you know. I never really stopped. I was doing all sorts, and you know, and Twitter. The thing with Twitter, like I was having opinions and everything. And if I had looked at, you know, I was having like things on Twitter, and like I'd be putting me fucking 10 pence in. You know, if I looked at that years ago, I'd have thought, why? Who was he like? You know, so you know, just a little sit back and just getting back to. Just want to get back to the old me, you know, just a bit more carefree, a bit more reserved, and I feel better for it, to be honest. I've been training hard down here, dieting, and just feel good. I just feel like I'm back in a better place.
Why have you been getting negativity on social media?
No, you know, I think Twitter's a very dark place. You know, I think it's there's a lot of people on there. You know, 99% of them, you know, not under different A-listers, and you know, they're not on there as themselves. There's a lot of negativity on there, so I think the negativity probably comes from, you know, a lot of the time it could be as simple as they find me irritating or annoying, or I think a lot of it is they perceive me to not be, to have been lucky to have as many opportunities, or to have made the money I've made, or to have the opportunities that I've had. So, you know, I think a lot of it is that. I think a lot of it is just plain they don't like my face, and that's completely fine. But I thought, you know what, I don't like it. There's only one way to stop it, and that's just come off there and just get on with my life, and that's what I've been doing. And I feel so much better, you know, because I feel like I've got back to to David that all my friends and family know, you know, instead of the White Rhino.
Whenever you're not on social media and you take a break, I think people are generally, they worry about you, because I get loads of messages, and I'm not even aware that sometimes you've come off social media, and people will message me and say to me, can you find out if Dave Allen's all right, because he's been off social media. That seems to be kind of a pattern to kind of indicate to people that you're not in a good place. But is that the case or not really?
Yeah, you know, Twitter's gone now. Twitter's gone for good. I just don't need it. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. You know, I just don't need random people telling me this and that. You know, I don't really want it. I don't need it. It brings out a side of me that I don't really want to see. And when I'm off social media, it's because, you know, at certain times, and I do struggle sometimes. I just think I wouldn't be able to hold in certain feelings in certain ways, and the boxing board won't me any more outbursts saying certain things. It wouldn't be looked kindly upon. So I had to just make a decision that, you know, Twitter had to go. You know, so.
But what is it you say that actually warrants a warning from the board? Because your social media, to me, you never say anything that's like...
Stuff like, I want to blow my brains out and stuff like that. That didn't go down very well.
Say that again.
You know,
repeat that.
Stuff like I want to blow my brains out and stuff like that didn't go down well with the board.
I've seen that, so...
Which I can giggle at now, but, you know, it's... And I understand but it's what I am. It's who I am. I was feeling them times, and I can't apologise for it. But at the same time, you know, I know young people on there, people that look up to me are on there, and I shouldn't be doing that kind of thing. So when I feel low now, I just take myself out of the. I just take. I can't. I put myself in a position where I can't do these things. Have these outbursts, you know. So, but everything is fantastic at the minute. You know, I just feel good.
How is your relationship with Jamie Moore developing? Obviously, a little bit difficult because I'm assuming you two haven't kind of properly yet started.
Well, I like Jamie. First and foremost, I think he's a good fella. You know, I've not spent too much time in his company, but I like him. Second of all, fantastic fighter. You know, proper hard man, good fighter, good boxer, successful, done it all. You know. Thirdly, you know what really tipped it for me? My mum likes him as well. My mum texted me like, "I really like Jamie Moore." And I said, "Oh well, there's another tick in the box." But I was in America for the Joshua Ruiz fight, the first one, and I sat down just as Algerian Coyle was starting. And after 5 or 6 rounds, I think it was 5 or 6 rounds, I turned around to the fellas behind me and said, "Look," I said, "Coyle wants to be getting pulled out soon. He's taking too much." There's a long way to go. I said, "He's taking too much stick, to be honest." I said, "He's not going to win the fight." I said, "I'd like to see him pulled out." A couple of rounds later, Jamie Moore pulled him out. And I think a lot of trainers, no names or nothing, or I'm not saying anyone in particular, but a lot of trainers would have kept him in there and said, "You know what, Tommy, keep going, son, keep going. You might get a lucky shot, or just stay in there, see it out." But Jamie pulled him out. And that's when I said, that fella there, I'd love him to train me, you know, and Danny as well. I'm taking Danny across, and that right there, and that was the moment when I said, "Yeah, that bloke. If I ever need a new trainer, that'll be the man there." And obviously, me and Darren started working together after the Price fight because Darren just said, I don't want this in my life, you know, too busy, got other stuff going on. You don't need hospital visits." So Jamie was the choice, you know. It took a long time since the Price fight to make that decision, but I just thought it was the right time to do it now, especially with the MTK link up.
Obviously, yeah. We spoke about that a couple of weeks ago. I saw you pop up on Eddie Hearn's live chat. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yeah.
It's well publicised that you've never kind of been under any promotional obligation with Eddie Hearn. But have you two had a chat about possibilities for when boxing does restart?
No, not spoken to Ed at all, to be honest. After I boxed in Sheffield, I messaged him a few times, said, "I'm going boxing in Italy, what's going on?" And he said, "Oh, well, to be honest, Dave, I just want to get you the biggest fight possible, you know, the biggest money, the biggest fight, get yourself fit, you know, have a last crack at it, kind of." That's all right, mate, sound. So, weren't training, I was just sat at home and I was just thinking, all right, I'll just wait for this fight. You know, I should have took the Dubois fight, really, if I was with that mindset, got the money and retired, probably, you know. But I'm of a different mindset.
That Dubois fight, you should have taken it.
I mean, looking back at it, people say, "Well, it's not good for your health. It's not good. You shouldn't have done it because of this and that." But you know, I wish I'd have took it. Not even for the money. I just wish I'd have took it. I love it. You know, fighting for the British heavyweight title. It's an opportunity that I probably should have took. People can say what they want to say, but I should have took it, in my opinion. But anyway, so I was thinking, all right, I'll just sit around and wait for it to get in touch and wait for this big fight, and I was just sat about and I was talking to Danny. And Danny's got an air of youth about him. He talks like he's going to be world champion. He wants to be world champion. And he's 17 and he's like, "You don't want to be world champion." And I just sat there and just thought, I'm training this young kid here and I'm sat here 20 stone fat as butter, you know, saying, "Oh, well, I'm going to wait for this fight. Try my best. If I win it, I win it. If I lose, I'll retire, but I've made enough money." And I thought, this ain't why I got into the boxing game. I didn't get into the boxing game to make a few quid and fuck off. Went into boxing games to be the best, you know. And maybe over time I've realised I'm not going to be the best, but still, you know, I still should try and be the best I can be. So that's when I got in touch with MTK, then I got in touch with Jamie, and I'm getting myself in good shape. So, but as far as Eddie goes, I love to watch Eddie's shows. You know, Scott Hamilton, you know, all the Matchroom team, all the people at Matchroom, like, they're my friends, you know. Eddie, is Eddie my friend? Yeah, I'd like to think over the years we've built a relationship where, you know, I could ring him one day and say, "How you doing, Ed?" And he might answer once out of every 3,000 times. He'd go, "Hey up, mate." So yeah, I like Ed, and I love the people at Matchroom. I love the show. They're so professional. They're so well done. I hope to box and Matchroom shows till the day I retire. I just think the MTK thing, it gives me an opportunity where, the Dubois fight comes up again. They can sort the money, they can sort all that. They can say what's fair and what's not. They've got my best interest at heart, and then we'll see. This MTK link up just gives me so many opportunities, different outlets as well. I hope it's what's near these shows, but if there's a better opportunity elsewhere, I'll go there.
So if the possibility of Daniel Dubois propped up again for you, would you push to take that fight if the terms were right for you?
This is the first time in my career now where I've got MTK and I've got Jamie Moore. It's like Darren. When Darren used to say things to me, I used to look at him and say, former world champion, yes, Darren, you're correct. He'd go, David, once he got me to move about 30 medicine balls from one side of the gym to the other and move them all back. And I'm not being funny, but if that was a different coach, yeah, I said, get yourself fucked off. I said, if you want your medicine balls moving, you move them. So what do I want to move medicine balls for? I wanted to get fit, I'd go for a run. Darren, former IBF middleweight champion, I went, Darren, do you used to do this, Darren? He went, yeah. And, all right, give me that medicine ball then. That was my box, Lucas Brown. And I fucking moved all the medicine balls and I moved them back. So with Jamie, if he says I'm ready to box Daniel Dubois, I'd box Daniel Dubois. If he says, David, no, don't box him, let's go a different route, I'll go, all right, sound. That's when MTK are on board and Jamie because, they're the top of what they do. So I think for the first time at 28 now, I'm mature, ready to listen and train hard. And I'm not saying I can never beat a talent like Daniel Dubois, but I hope to get in a position where I can box him or other big names and get myself 100% finally and have a crack at him and see what's what. So after the Brown fight, I was near the top 15 in the world. I was flying. Everyone was saying I'm going to do this and that. Then you lost the price and all of a sudden I'm damaged goods and I'm never going to do anything. So in my mind, the price fight never happened, And right now, it's post-Brown. I'm getting ready to have another crack at it.
Every time kind of over the last few years, you've always been really realistic about where you are in your career, what your goals are, etc. But like you said, 28 now, change of trainer, new management team. But you always refer to the fact that you've been given another chance at the top level. So how long do you think that lasts for?
Well, I think I've got to come back. I think I've got to have a 6th rounder with Jamie, getting back in the swing of things. I've not really, Pardon?
You love them 6 rounders, didn't you?
Well, I've only had 2 rounds in the last 12 months. By the time I box again, it could be 2 rounds in 12 months. So 6 or an 8. I'd love to box Bracamonte again. I'm not really looking at any opponents. Bracamonte is a fight I love again. We speak quite often. I ain't got a clue what he said. I'll just reply anyway. But that's a fight. I think it was a good fight.
You played part of that fight, didn't you?
Yeah, probably the only exciting fight I've ever been in, to be honest. So I won't mind that again. The price fight I won again. But I just wanted, me and Jamie have spoken, have a couple of wins and then just, if you're going to give me a British title shot, fantastic. I beat Nick Webber eliminated 2 years ago, nothing came of it, I don't know why. If I want to get a British title shot after a couple of wins, fantastic. If they want to put me in as the opponent against a big name for lots of money, but I'm really fit and I think I can beat him, fantastic, I'll do that as well. So a lot of people say, oh, Dave Allen's no good, he's this and that, but I think on my days, I'm not bothered what these people on the internet say. Tyson Fury says I can be a world class heavyweight. Darren Barker says I can be the best heavyweight in the world. Jamie Moore says I can get as far as I want. Peter Fiore used to say you could be a great heavyweight. Rob McCracken, I could list you all these names in box to see me in the gym and say, Dave, you could be a world class heavyweight. I know it's in there. I've done it. I've sparred some of the best fighters in the world, and I've you know what I mean. I've had my moments, and it's in there. It's unlocking it. In the Brown fight, I really thought I'd turn the corner. I thought, here we go, 3rd round, boom, let's do that the rest of my career. I'm laughing. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not mentioning no names apart from obviously the 2 I've already mentioned. But no, I just want to enjoy boxing. I just want to enjoy my life at the minute. I've got myself on a nice even keel. I just feel like I'm enjoying myself. So hopefully that shows my boxing.
Has this time out, not just for you but for the whole world, do you think you'll come out of it having benefited or not?
Yeah, I benefited loads from it. I think the last couple of weeks, for a week, the first week I was at my sister, I sat down, I didn't train, I was eating like a pig. And I was just thinking about things, I was off Twitter, and I see things going off all the time in the world now. Things going off in the boxing world, that people deem interesting. Certain people are arguing with each other, and usually I stick my 10 pence in and go, oh, well, this and that, or is this. Just at a point now, I think I'm 28, I don't care about any of that bollocks. All I care about, really, is if in 5 years' time, I'm doing 9 to 5, or I'm not, or I'm getting to do the things that I truly want to do. And I just need to focus on what I want to do. For too long, I've been focusing on bollocks. I was brought up to be, do you know what I mean? I'm like, I turned into a fucking washwoman on Twitter last couple of years, and I'm a bit disappointed, really. I've thrown away a lot of time. I'm doing that now. I'm down at my sister's. I'm training hard. I'm learning how to cook. I'm even washing my plate after I've eaten. Little things like that. I'm just trying to spend too much time doing things that didn't mean anything. So just making up for lost time, really, in this time. I'm really enjoying myself and just got myself on a nice even keel, I guess.
When you talk about the likes of Tyson Fury and Peter Fury, Rob McCracken, and all these kind of top level people in boxing say to you that, you could be a world class heavyweight, etc. So up to this point now, do you look at your career as much as the names you fought? Because your resume of opponents is very, very good. You've been in with some very world class heavyweights, but do you look at your career so far as a little bit of a waste?
You can look at it in two ways. You can look at it at 16 years old, GCSE results day, gone in, yeah. The teacher said, well, I opened my envelope, 3 GCSEs, can't do 6 months, can't do college. My teacher looking at me, shaking his head, going, it's a shame, David, it's a shame. You've thrown it all away. And I can look at myself at that point, 16 and a half years old, living at home, council house at home, mum and dad got nothing, I had nothing, thinking, what am I going to do? I'm going to wear out, so I'm 70. That was my thinking at that point, before I went to the boxing gym. So I can look at my life and say, you know what, David, you got an house out of it, you've headlined this, you've done that, you've overachieved massively. I have, because at 16 and a half, I had options of being a scumbag, being a criminal, being an absolute lunatic. They was all paths I was ready to go down, And the other path was working a 9 to 5 or working nights in a warehouse. They were my only options before I went. And then I found the gym, and I've turned my life around, and I've had an amazing life, really, an amazing career, Apart from being world champion, I've done it all, and I'm grateful for it. So I've overachieved massively in life, you could say. But I do feel for my talent, I've underachieved. A lot of people say, oh, it's shit, I've seen him learn Roy Thomas box, I've seen this, I've seen that. But I feel for my talent, I've underachieved if I don't win a British title. I'm not going to say I should be world champion, because I don't think that's true, But I think I should at least be British champion. I look back at certain fights, I should have beat Roy Thomas with my eyes shut. He's not very good. Should have beat David Price. Look at Dylan White, Ortiz, and Yoka. I think, well, would the best me beat them? I'm not sure, but there'd be a lot better fights than there was, So in one hand, I'm overjoyed. I look at what I've done, and I'm really happy, and I'm content. And then I look at it another way, and I think, I wish a lot more people had a higher opinion of my boxing ability than they do. And really, that's the number one reason why I'm still boxing, because I couldn't retire now, and a lot of people say it's no good, because I just don't think that's true.
When you say you wish certain people had a high opinion of you, who are you referring to? You're talking about the public, people in boxing? Yeah. Who are you referring to?
Yeah, the public, I don't, it's great to be David Allen, the funny man, the nice man, with a big right hand and the left hook against Lucas Brown. And it's hard with a person on the street who's just a boxing fan who doesn't really know boxing, because these are the same people that say, I'm not even area level, but in the same breath, Nick Webb's a dangerous man, or Lucas Brown was a good fighter, But at the same time, I just want the average man who doesn't know boxing. Like, Dave Allen's good. Like, Dave Allen's on tonight, he's good. I don't want people to say, "Oh, you headline the O2 because you're funny." I want to headline the O2 again, and the next time I want to do it because I work my way up and I'm in a big fight, and people know that it's going to be a good fight with two good fighters. That's my only regret when I look at my career like that. That people think I'm not a good fighter, because I know I'm a good fighter. I'm a good fighter anyway. What I've done, and people have seen, even though it's only, I believe, 20-30% of what I'm capable of, still a good fighter. The best thing I ever heard, Chris Lloyd told me that Josh Dubois went, that Dave Allen's a really good fighter, Stuff like that, little comments like that, they make me so happy, because I've been boxing for 12 years now. Sparring since Joshua 500 rounds, Tyson Fury 500 rounds, Klitschko, Dylan White, all of them. Never been on the floor. You have to be a good fighter. I've learned my craft.
You fought 500 rounds with Fury and 500 rounds with Joshua, yeah.
Yeah, at least, yeah. And hundreds with Joe Joyce, hundreds with Dylan White, and you have to be a good fighter to do this, So, with the average man on the street, they don't understand that. But at the same time, I want them all to go, Dave Allen's a good fighter. And if I get out of my career with that and a few quid and my faculties intact, I'll be very happy.
Are you saying, when you're retired, you want to be known for your boxing ahead of your personality? Because your personality has played a huge part into where you are as well. There's a good proportion of people out there that like you, and that's kind of give you certain opportunities as well. So, but you want to be known for what you're doing in the ring, which is what you've been doing for the last 12 years, more so.
Yeah, I seen that interview with Howard Davis the other day, and he said there's no one else with under 20 amateur fights. Started with a small promoter, done what I'd done. I had 10 amateur fights, I started with a small promoter, and I've had a fantastic career as well. I've had a career that's matches, and I respect him for what he's done. He's done it the hard way, and he's made it to a certain point. And saying that I've made it to a certain point. So I had 10 amateur fights. I was national amateur champion in 8 fights. I was number 6 in England as an amateur after 10 fights. I wasn't even a senior. Apart from my 9th fight, and then I was undefeated in 9 before Eddie took a shine to me. So I just find it frustrating, But in terms of that frustration, I'm training hard at the minute. I've lost a stone already. Made the right moves with Jamie and MTK. Come off Twitter. Instagram's still very busy, but there's nothing on there but boxing, chatting, trying to make this period of time be nice for everyone else, trying to get them a laugh and try and steer them in the right direction with whatever expertise on fitness and diet I do now. So I'm in a fantastic place, I feel just feel like I'm back to my old self, but with all the experience of the last few years to go with it.
David. You look happy, actually.
I am happy, and I'm probably, from here on out in my career, I'm not going to be as interested as I once was. I'm probably not going to be as funny, not going to be as outspoken. But done all that. I'm 28 years old now, I've got Danny to think of. He's turning pro in 2 weeks. Got him to think of. I've got to be a good role model to him and all the other people, young fans of boxing. And I'm always probably going to stick my foot on it now and again. And I'm always going to say some things that I probably shouldn't say. But I'm making a real conscious effort now to try and be more professional in my life as well as boxing. Just trying to turn over a new leaf, shall we say?
It's just another chapter in the Dave Allen story, isn't it?
Believe so, yeah. When it's just me and you on the phone, we'll still have a laugh. You still get the right now. But I just want to, I speak to my mum and dad, and I don't speak to them very much. But when they say things to me, it proper resonates with me, And my dad will like, you need to. So it's all right being funny all the time. And it's nice to be a joke, and it's nice to be this, but it'd be nice. And people are always like, it goes to the shops, and people are like, "Oh, hey, David's doing well." He said, "But it'd be a lot nicer when to shops and you won every time." You know. And I think, well, yeah, we're going to go to pub. It'd be nice if you won every time for your granddad. And I guess that's his way of saying, put your ideas up, and it's took long enough. But and people say, "Oh God, we've heard this before." Maybe you have, but and we'll see. And I'm not saying it's going to bring in results, but I'm just thinking about life after boxing. I want to have kids soon. I want to go into other things after boxing, maybe in the media and other things. And I think your boy's turning into a man. I hope.
Yeah.
I hope so.
All right. Well, listen, Dave. I know it's cracking on I don't know what day it is. Thursday night tonight. Appreciate your time tonight. Giving us this interview. So keep what you're doing. Keep smiling. Keep yourself safe. And hopefully we kind of all come out of this situation sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I believe we will. I just people say to me, "You're taking this really well," and it looks like it's been a positive experience for you. But there can be no positive experience when people losing their lives, and one person loses their life. You've got 20 families, 30 family members that are dealing with that pain, and when there's so many people dying, you got that one person dies, 30 people, their family, and it's a very, very sad thing. And even during this isolation lockdown period, I feel like it's been great for me. At the same time, I don't want to put any shining positive light on what is going off, because it's a horrendous thing, and I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's sticking to the government guidelines, social distancing. I'm going out the house an hour a day. I think that's very important. And also, last but not least, Danny Morrell turning pro very soon. Been a long time in the making for me and him. I hope everyone supports him and backs him, and I'm so proud, not only of him, of me and him and the other people that are involved in this little team that we've got together. He's going to turn pro, and when I first met him, it's been a long time in the making, and that's the one thing that really makes me beam with pride. He was doing an interview with Oscar, and he mentioned I was doing an interview with IFL. I was so proud of him. I just thought that was fucking unbelievable. So proud of him. So we've got so much going on in my life that's good right now. I'm just positive about all of it.
Just one more, actually, before you go.
Yeah.
What do you make of John Fury having a potential fight?
Well, I again, not my business, but I like John. Every Friday, he used to come to the gym every Friday when I was being trained by Peter. We do weights together, and me and John used to get on quite well. I used to think, oh God, he's scary, this man. And then over time, he'd come to spar Tyson, he'd be there, and me and John got on really well, actually. So John is what he is. He's a big, scary man. Yeah. And I wouldn't start on John Fury for all money in the world. Give me £1 million. I don't want to fight him, really. But for me, this is my honest opinion. These two men shouldn't be fighting. Right? I just don't want to see it. John right now. When I see John, I just look at the pride in him with what Tyson's achieving. He's got Tommy and all doing so well with life. He must be so proud. Why on earth does he want to fight this man? I don't know who the fella is, and I've heard he's an Andy man. I don't care. I can tell that we're having a really quiet time because these two are big news. Shouldn't be big news. Shouldn't be big news at all. However, John Fury will probably win. But no, I love John. I just don't want to see it. I think 54, 56, and they are 54 and 56. They're not prime athletes. It's not Bernard Hopkins been in the gym till they're 54, 56. Just leave it alone. Do you know what I mean? They both look like they're successful men. They both got things going off. What they want to fight for? When I'm 56, I won't be fighting. I can promise you that. It's. I hope it don't happen, but if it happens, I'm gonna have to side with my man John.
Well, look, I know everyone's kind of had their opinion about whether they should be fighting or not. It is worth pointing out they are trying to raise a few quid for the NHS, which is good. We understand your points as well, though.
The thing with that is, yeah, it's for the NHS, but you've got a 54-year-old and a 56-year-old fighting. I just don't think anything good can come from it. One man retired 30 years, one man never boxed. And they want to fight each other at 54 and 56. They can do whatever they want to do. And I'm sure they're very handy even at their age now, never mind 30, 40 years ago. But, do you know what I mean? Just let it lie, I think. But they'll do what they want to do. They're grown men. Leave them to it. As long as they're happy and safe, I'm not bothered.
Yeah, as long as they're happy and safe, that's a good point.
Yeah, as long as they're happy and safe. But why would you want to, I just don't get it, me. My dad's the same. My dad's 61. He wants to know on the undercard. I said, look, you need to chill out. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Why don't your dad fight someone else's dad?
Me dad doesn't fight anybody. You know, I'm so happy that I'm like my mum. Quite a life.
All right. Well, listen, Dave, thank you very much for your time again. And we'll have another catch up in a couple of weeks or so. We'll just have a look at your picture again.
Fat as butter, one.
Number one viewed clip on IFL TV.
Crazy, innit? I can remember that like yesterday,
Really?
over 3 years ago as well. 3 years time's playing. There's not much time. That's 3 years ago. There's not much time.
I'm out the way and it's still in there.
Crazy. Time just goes so fast. So yeah.
All right, we'll catch up soon then, Dave, yeah?
We will do, my friend. I'll catch you soon, mate.
Top man. KUGAN CASSIUS here with Dave Allen for IFL TV. Thank you very much.